Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now. And we are just about 4 subscribers away from a Digi family of 800. So I'm extremely thankful for your love and support. Let's get over the line. Let's make it a family of 800 and let's grow from there. And the film that I'm going to be discussing today is the Tamil film Cobra, which started streaming on Sony Live today. And this was one film that I really wanted to watch, in a theater. Unfortunately, I missed out on its theatrical release. And the film had a lot going for it right from the very beginning. It had a stellar cast, including cricketer turned actor Irfan Pathan. And being a cricket fanatic, I was curious to know how Irfan would, bat on this pitch. This was a new pitch that he was batting on, and I was really looking forward to his acting as well. Of course, the film also had Chian Vikram, who is an outstanding actor, and also Roshan Mathew, who is one of my favorite actors, and I have absolutely adored his work. On top of that, this film also its trailer seemed interesting in a way that this was packaged to be another mass masala entertainer done right, something like say a Vikram, Kamal Hassan's Vikram, since Vikram is an actor here as well. Kamal Hassan's Vikram. It did seem done right, from its trailer. So finally, when the film did started screaming on Sony Live, I happened to watch it, and these are my thoughts on it. So Cobra follows the story of a mathematician who uses numbers to his advantage and commits crimes. Right from the concept level, this is absolutely a winner because it makes for a very cerebral, it is potentially a very cerebral and intelligent kind of a setup that is there, at least from a concept point of view. The use of numbers is always fun, and it always adds up to a nice little entertainment which gets you thinking and keeps you on your toes as well. But the screenplay is a bit of a mess here. The screenplay is not up to the mark, and I'll speak my mind out. I'm sorry if I'm hurting anybody's sentiments, but I need to be honest of what I felt about the film, and I'm really sorry. But the screenplay, if I have to divide it in the first hour and second hour, and let's not put it hour, first half and second half, considering this is a 3 hour film, and it is a daunting task to finish a 3 hour film in today's times. Apart from a web series, I think that is divided into episodes, so psychologically that is better. But a 3 hour film, that is, it demands some attention, and it is a bit of a task, and I was almost sure that this 3 hour film is going to have moments of lag, absolutely going to have moments of lag, and it did in the second hour. What I had also come to know was that after the original print of a 3 hour print was released in the theater, I think the producers and the exhibitors had got together something, and they trimmed out like 15 to 18 minutes from the film, and it was then a 2 hour 45-minute film. Not that it would have made a difference even then. I think there was a lot of lag in the film in the second hour, especially. But the film opens in spectacular fashion. That entire opening sequence that is there, I think that really sets the ball rolling for things to come. It seems like unrelated events that are there, uh, unrelated events in the sense that there are separate crimes that are happening before you get to know of who's committing the crime, and who the actual protagonist is. So then the protagonist is eventually introduced in one of these heists, and they seem like they are high profile crimes, but they seem unrelated in the beginning, and you do get a sense of the world that is there in a very cerebral fashion. I think when it was starting, it was really cerebral, and the use of numbers, I guess, was very intelligently done. Although it was very far fetched, it is not practical. I get all of that, but from the cinematic point of view, I think the numbers, the use of numbers, was very good. And I did get off to a rollicking start. I think the entire first half was filled with moments which would keep you on your toes, including the spectacular sequence which was in Russia. The Russia sequence also was very, very well placed in the narrative, and it did keep the ball rolling excellently well. The issue in the first hour was the love story. I believe the love story was kind of stalling things to an extent that it could have been done without as well. You do not always need a love story unless it is absolutely pertinent and absolutely needed in the drama. Having said that, the first half I think was really well, set up, including that interval block, which had an interesting twist to it. That was something that was really unexpected, and it set the ball. Uh, it set up the premise nicely for the second half rather, and second half should have been, ascending into something that was extraordinary, something that Vikram had done, like Kamal Hassan's Vikram had done. That was, it took it to another level, even with the flashback and everything. The setup was similar. Why I'm comparing it with Vikram is because the setup is similar. You still don't know in the first half what is going on, how are things going to come together, and the second half will have a flashback owing to a series of sequences which will then converge the story into what it is. But this film falters badly in the second hour, and it just stumbles very poorly. The entire flashback sequence, I think, was kind of stretched, and it just didn't add up too well for me. I'm sorry again if I'm hurting anyone's sentiments, but it just didn't work for me, and I need to speak the truth. And it just kind of lost the momentum that was there in the first hour. It was nicely built up, but it just missed the momentum in the second hour. Even individually, the action sequences just is not were not able to match up to the first hour that was there, and that is something that is a bit of a shame because. The first half was spectacular, and I was really into the film, and I was really enjoying the film, and I was as much distracted in the second half because of that. It just did not connect well. Also, interestingly, the use of numbers that is there, the interesting premise of the numbers, it just started falling. The use of numbers was in the first half, but in the second half, not so much. It was more of a psychological thing, which was kind of okay. It was watchable, but it is a bit of a letdown considering that you are in the slide mode in the second hour. And the final act, boy, the final act was poorly choreographed. It just did not create any kind of a stir. Why was the character of Irfan Pathan not in the final act? I don't know that. He should have been in the final act as well, and that is something that I cannot quite place what went wrong. There was something amiss. I mean, once the cat was out of the bag, and even the reasoning that was given at the end, I mean, that was so lame for the all the crimes that were committed in the first hour that it just did not add up. It was just so lame, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Overall, the screenplay was average, plain vanilla for me. I don't think it was great. The execution was even poor. I'll get to that in a minute. The dialogues are massy, and they are kind of okay. I don't think they created a sterling impact the way they should have. It was kind of caught between should we go for the whistles and hooting or should we keep it intelligent. It was kind of stuck between these two, and I think that was one drawback, I think, in the dialogues as well. The music, I think, was very good by A.R. Rahman. The songs really were melodious, and also it added a nice dimension to the story. However, the placement of the songs was an issue for me as well. In a 3-hour film, if the songs are stalling the drama, then you don't quite want that. And I think the songs were stalling the film. stalling the story, especially in the first hour, as well when things were going well. So I think it was the kind of that romantic track which did not work for me. The BGM was pretty good as well. It did blend well with the drama. The VFX was a bit of a hit and a miss. It was all right. Because it is an OTT, I saw it on an OTT. I guess I can pass that. I think in a theater you wouldn't pass that, because you can make out that these are VFX. Something that was not there in Brahmastra. Brahmastra felt real. It was a far superior product. Here it just kind of felt, oh man, the VFX is a little off. Cinematography is all right. The editing I feel was choppy, especially in the second hour. It was very messy kind of a execution that was there in the second hour. And director Ajay, I think K. Ajay, he kind of missed the mark in the second half. The first half, his direction was pretty good, but in the second half, I mean, he just stumbled badly. His execution was way off. I'm not quite sure what went wrong, and the entire sequences after sequences were just crashing, and it just did not land. This execution was just not there in the second half, which is such a shame because it was such a good concept and it needed a perfect execution. Someone like a Lokesh Kanagraj, I think, would have killed this subject, absolutely killed it. But having said that, the performances are quite decent, I felt. Srinidhi Shetty looks pretty and does a good job. However, her character is only restricted to being a romantic interest, something that was there also in KGF and KGF 2, which is a bit of a shame. I think you need to be smarter with the scripts if your role is not right. Some of the other performances, Kaniha and Mrinalini, they do a pretty good job as well. Irfan Pathan in his acting debut, I think he did a decent job. He wasn't exceptional. I wouldn't say he was exceptional, but I think he did a pretty decent job here, considering it's his first film. If he does seriously take up acting as a profession, and I'm not sure whether he will, because he is a broadcaster and he is also playing in the Legends League, but so he is playing well as well. So I don't know whether he is going to be serious with the acting career, but he will definitely improve. I see him improving. He has a good screen presence here, that is there, and that is something that he definitely can improve in. Also, Roshan Mathew, one of my favorite actors, I think he's done a splendid job here. His eccentric act, I think, was absolutely brilliant. He did seem kind of intimidating, kind of crazy, and it was a new dimension in his acting armor, to his other roles. I haven't seen him this eccentric in any other character that I have watched him in, at least. So I think he did a pretty good job as well. Vikram, Chian Vikram, the interesting case of Chian Vikram, I think he did a spectacular job in his dual roles, I would say. And his role did require level of physicality. He did pretty well. He was brilliant. However, one complaint that I have for Vikram is that he needs to be smarter with his scripts. And I can understand this script might have been good on paper, but then you kind of do suspect the second half, right? So it just he needs to be smarter. Hopefully, it will change with PS1. The Mani Ratnam directed PS1, which is going to release over the weekend. There's a lot of craze for that, and you are going to see a video of me making that as well over the weekend, or probably Monday. Let's see when I get to watch it. But in the meanwhile, Cobra, I think, is a classic case of a good concept gone bad, marred by poor execution. And I just feel that the curse of the second half just derailed the film, making it just about an average watch for me. I'm sorry, I did not like Cobra in the second half. The second half kind of undid the good things in the first half as well. So, if you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts on the film Cobra. What are your pointers? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Also, if there are any recommendations, do throw me in the comment section. If you'd like to read my full review of Cobra, it is present on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. please subscribe to the channel. Let's create a community where we all are free to discuss whatever we can in a civil manner. We are 4 short of 800 at the time of recording this video, so please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Also hit that bell icon so that you know when I'm online. And also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Letterboxd. All the links are in the description box below. So then, until next time, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. See you next time.